Now, I think we have also got a problem with the Indian government's reaction to this, because the Indian government, while being supportive and saying we'll support you in your legal fight, is Mr. Chatwal, and let me go across to you, former diplomat. Mr. Chatwal, the Indian government is basically telling an 18-year-old, please fight your legal fight, please go ahead, sue the city of New York, we'll support you. But there is not, on the day she was in jail, the Indian government should have, created a bigger noise about this. If it really believed in the privileges of this 18-year-old child, the Indian government could have done more on that night in February instead of waiting for today, for her to take the fight on herself. Mr. Chatwal.
I have listened very carefully to all the details as given on your channel. I must say that the basic facts of this case have been confirmed by the Consul General, not only orally but in writing. So I would first of all say it's a very sad and disturbing incident. Had it happened in a newly independent country where they are not aware of the Vienna Convention or of the international sort of obligations of the receiving country, of a diplomatic passport holder, and the immunities and the privileges that this child enjoys, it would have been a different thing.
Exactly.
But not in New York.
Exactly.
I mean, it is something I cannot believe. And normally, if I may add, a problem between the school going child and the in such a manner is to be sorted out with the parents by the school. No parent wants his child to go astray. Why didn't the school take up strongly, if there was anything, with the parents? I was, now let me tell you that I was posted next door in Canada for 8 years, for 3 years as deputy and for 5 years as High Commissioner. I never came across a case of any counselor or diplomatic officer and a dependent child holding diplomatic passport being sort of abused in such a manner. Why? Where was the need to take her to a police station, keep her overnight, and all what she has told? I think this is something terrible, and I am sure that the government our government has taken it up, and our Consul General has given it to the State Department in writing.
My question
and
is
I'm
this.
sure that it will be followed up.
Yes, but my question is this. Question is tonight of prejudice. The point of contention I have with you, Sri, is you say, this happens, it's the American system, it happens. Now she also has recourse under the American system. The American system is wonderful. She can apply. There are possibilities. She can do things. She can apply. She can appeal. She can sue. It's all possibilities are open to us. My question to you, Sri, is honestly, you know New York. You've lived there. You are yourself the son of a very eminent diplomat, I am told. My question is, Sri, let's accept it. This is prejudice. This is clear and straightforward prejudice of a system, not just a local police officer. The issue today is an 18-year-old girl in New York, however cosmopolitan a city, is the victim of the worst form of prejudice. That's it.
Well, first of all, let me just say, as the child of a diplomat who's been roaming the streets of New York since I was 9 years old, that knowing that I have a diplomatic passport was actually a sense of comfort in case anything ever went wrong. And so, this was absolutely should not have happened. But I don't know if we have been able to prove yet, and this is going to be what, she has the best defense that she can get in terms of Ravi Batra. If he can prove that this was actually prejudice on the part of the police officers as opposed to ignorance, these two officers kind of in Queens dealing with this issue. As also by background, you should know that it is much better that these things are sorted out at the school level. The fact that they brought the cops in to deal with this is also a sign of today's times in America, where everybody is kind of overreacting in many cases to complaints and to things that are not proved. And that's what you're experiencing right now. So as I said, I am not condoning this. I'm saying that this does happen. I don't know, and this is up to Ravi to say: is this actual prejudice against India? Would this have happened with a other student from another country? I don't know.
But I want just one word from Santosh Kumar, who's been also listening on patiently before I come to you, Mr. Batra, Mr. Kumar. Sorry, my simple question is: we expect the Indian government to really get aggressive with the American government on this? Tell them we will not accept it. We will not let this poor child fight her own legal battle. We will fight on her behalf. We will not just give her approval for fighting the case. We will fight on her behalf. Is that too much of an expectation, Mr. Kumar, in your view?
No, Arnab, I don't think it's too much of an expectation in terms of what she is claiming was a wrongdoing on the part of the school authorities or the police department or whatever New York State city authorities were dealing with her, prison authorities. Of course, the legal position is another issue, whether she was immune from arrest and whether she had rights while when she was arrested, rights of being informed what her rights were, and whether, because if she requested, access was given to consular officers to her. These are different legal issues. But yes, we should take it up within that legal framework. And what I would like to add, and what has been hinted by many others, is that really action is twice the force of words. Whatever we take up with the U.S. authorities or the New York City authorities, we, all these things, as far as the courtesies are concerned, not as far as the law, but as far as the courtesies and the facilities given to people who have been detained are concerned. And there's also, there is an element of reciprocity in it. So I think we need to review what we do with diplomats, U.S. diplomats, other diplomats.
Well, I want to welcome back Kritika.
Arnab, if I may add. Arnab, if I may add a word.
Yes, Mr. Luthra, go ahead.
Yeah, there's one thing we need to understand. In India, we've incorporated the Vienna Convention into our law, and Article 29 is clear. There can be no arrest of a diplomatic agent, and Article 37 protects members of a diplomatic agent's family. Now, clearly, if that's the legal position in India on reciprocity, it's the same position in the USA, and it's bound to be. I can't understand why we are talking about legal issues. Every individual has certain human rights, certain basic rights, certain fundamental rights. You can't deprive a person of those rights, and a diplomatic agent and their children, in terms of the treaty, have special rights. So where is the question of legal niceties? The question is, you breach somebody's rights, and I can understand filing a claim, but the question is, why did it happen in the first place? And frankly, even in India, if a person is arrested, not even a diplomat, the foreign diplomats come there, they visit the person in jail, they visit the person in the court. All remedies are taken. I'm really concerned about what the Indian authorities are doing about this.
Yeah, but I'm also concerned, another point, never has American hypocrisy been so blatant. I think the Americans ought to get over this selective amnesia and remember the way in which they were asking, crying horse one day, Mr. Batra, for diplomatic immunity for a murderer called Raymond Davis in Pakistan. A person commits a murder, and
wait a second.
They were asking for immunity for him.
And diplomatic immunity is based upon the perception that even if a person is guilty, the host country cannot prosecute. That's proper and appropriate. I do want to tell you, to answer Shree's comment, we have absolute proof that the two school principal, the principal and the teacher, were racist, were criminally fraudulent in their behavior. Now, having said that, and one police officer acted absolutely improperly in handcuffing Kritika, not only to detain her, but to do it so hard that it would hurt her. Okay? So, leaving that issue aside, the system is now going to sort this thing out. And yes, people need to stand up for their rights.
Right. My last question is to...
And it
my
will
last-
be fine.
I think the point you make on racism is important. I think Sri heard you. We had lost the connection with him sometime. In fact, Sri, you heard that.
Yeah, so there's been a...
Arnav, can I have a
You
word?
see, Shri, I would even say one more thing.
Arnav,
Hillary
can I-
Clinton,
Arnav,
who
can
was
I
a
have a
senator
word?
from New York.
1 minute, Mr. Chatra. Yes, Mr. Batra.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, who was a senator from New York, now our Secretary of State, I think should call up Mike Bloomberg, the mayor of New York, and say, Mike, we need to convert this unbelievable insult and take that insult away. And I think it's not a bad idea to give the key of the city of New York to Kritika Biswas in the presence of the entire Indian diplomatic corps, so that people understand that the relationship between the United States and India are strong, warm, and will only
Right.
get better.
Okay.
Let's not take the racism of two stupid, criminally stupid school persons and project it across the country.
Well, I mean, there is racism here. That's the important thing. That is the important thing. A racism of an individual, two individuals, whatever it
I'm not
is racism.
disagreeing.
And that's so important. I
think
want to
it's
go
a
back to
question of breach of
Kritika.
human rights. It's not just that.
I want to go back to Kritika.
It's
Kritika,
a pure question of breach.
okay. Kritika, my question to you is, it must have been difficult for you to go out there in front of the entire media and recount what you went through after the trauma that you had already experienced. You broke down. There were some people with you. Now you're an 18-year-old. It's very brave of you to come on this show, and it's very brave of you to do what you're doing. Are you aware of the about the kind of support that you have received all across your own country?
Yes, it's the immense support I'm getting. I'm very thankful to everybody. I mean, it was very hard, and I'm very thankful to everybody for being there and supporting me and helping me fight my fight.
And you will take this forward?
I'm sorry?
Will you take this forward?
We,
Will you take this forward, Kritika? This legal case
Take-
and the other. Are you willing to fight it out?
Yes, I am. Because I have two very strong people behind me. One is my lawyer, Mr. Ravi Batra, and one is the Consul General, Mr. Prabhu Dayal. So because these two very immensely strong people behind me, I will fight this case out.
Well, Kritika, all the best to you. Gentlemen, thank you
Thank
very
you so
much for
much.
joining us. Kritika is today without doubt a symbol of the
Pleasure to
kind
be
of
with you.
resilience and confidence that young India has. Thank you very much.